The following video is for use with products that use both ammonia and, as a deposit only, aminomethylpropanol as the alkalizers. The following colors will not work with any ethanol amine product. That's another way of saying MEA. If you're using ethanol amine or a non-ammonia color, the following video will not apply to your products. Thank you. First of all, good morning to everyone who's here. This webinar is called Light Shades for Dark Hair. I purposely called it this because I think it makes more sense when trying to get people to do things, to do something a little bit different. And I have it listed under this name for on YouTube. All of my videos, I think there's around 55 videos on YouTube. They're all under there. They're all free. They are available to any and all of you. The only thing that's not on there is the new Master Colorist program, and that's on the WorldWide HairColorists Association website, www.hca.org. Okay. Here we go. Now, for all of the swatches that are going to be shown, here's the formula that I used. I mixed 30 grams of permanent plus 30 grams of deposit only, and I used 20 volume developer, and I processed everything for 20 minutes. I think that I have a picture of, no, I guess I don't. I thought I had a picture of what I was using. It'll show up eventually somewhere. When I mix permanent and deposit only together, it's called a SuperGlaze. But multiple things happen to the product performance when I mix them together. First of all, even though you're using 20 volume developer and you're processing it for 20 minutes, you only get a half of the level of lightening. When you process it for 30 minutes, you get a full level of lightening. When you process it for 20 minutes, the color is a translucent level of that color. In other words, more American looking, a lighter version of whatever color it is you're using. And when you process it for 30 minutes, you get a more opaque version of the color and more European in appearance. So here's what it's been designed for. You can either blend or completely cover gray hair. Now, to blend gray, you mix a formula that is either 2 or 3 levels lighter than the natural hair color. For complete gray coverage, you mix a formula at or 1 level lighter than the natural color. And you can use any concentrate in the formula. Just remember that you use it at the prescribed levels. You'll see I've added concentrate to a few of the formulas later on. You'll see pictures of that. Oh, here they are. Here's the 2 swatches that I used. On the left, that's virgin white hair. On the right, it's 50% white hair and 50% medium brown. Okay? Now, this is what I've used for every single dye out that you're going to see from now on. and I processed each color for 20 minutes. So first of all, let's start using light brown colors, which means when you want to get a complete coverage or at the natural level. Now, although I used a 3 and I processed for 20 minutes, I'm only getting a half a level lightening. So here's what the results look like using light brown colors. First of all, now on the white, this swatch on the left is the white swatch that I processed for 20 minutes using permanent 4N. The one on the right is deposit, oh, excuse me. The one on the left is a combination of 4N plus deposit only 4N. And you can see that it looks pretty similar to a level 4 color, except it's a more translucent version of a level 4 color. Why? Because I only processed it for 20 minutes, not for 30. Now the one on the right, you can see looks like natural color, but all of the white hair has been blended in with this color that you see. Now this one, the second one, number 2, is for gold permanent 4G, which is light golden brown, and deposit only light golden brown. And if you look at this one, you can see that this is definitely a warmer version. However, the depth-wise, it's pretty much the same depth as you see here. It's a more translucent version because it was processed for 20 minutes, not 30. And you can see that it is blended beautifully with the natural color. But remember, when you use a golden shade, it not only colors the white hair, it also colors all of the brown hair. So consequently, this one looks a little bit brighter and lighter than this one over here, but it's because I've mixed, I'm using a gold shade, which is brighter, lighter, and it added gold to all of the medium brown. Now this one, if you look here, number 3, what you see is that I've mixed together a neutral and a gold. Now it doesn't make any difference whether it's which one is neutral and which one is gold. You can do it the opposite way around. You can use permanent for gold and deposit only for 4N, and you still end up with the same results. And here you can see that what I've done here is, and it also looks a tiny bit deeper, but it's warmer. So what you have here is that you've gotten a combination of neutral and gold. It looks a tiny bit deeper, and it gives you this type of coverage to all the white hair that was in the salt and pepper slide. Now, in this one, now come over here to this first one, and I mixed together 4 blue violet and deposit only 4N. Now, the reason that I reversed them is because I don't have a deposit only 4N for blue violet. I could have made it with 4 and clear equal parts. Excuse me. I could have made it. No, I couldn't. Come to think of it. Oh, sorry, I lied. But notice how much violet there is in this. And you don't want to see this much violet unless you do want to see this much violet. But look at the salt and pepper swatch. This salt and pepper swatch shows a lot of coolness. But remember, when you mix blue, violet, and neutral together, originally I said don't do it. But that I started when I realized that in Canada, for some reason, they do this a lot. And then I realized it's because they're creating a tobacco color. Tobacco is a slightly warm version of ash. It is a warm ash color, tobacco is. And what you have here is if I wanted to make this less blue violet, I would have mixed together instead of using 4BV and deposit only 4N, I would have reversed them and used 4N, and then I would have mixed the blue violet. Let me see, what levels do I have of blue violet here? Oh, let me get out my swatch book here. I'm getting old. I don't remember everything anymore. Okay, I have a deposit only 4BV. So now what I could have done is if I had taken and reversed these and used them the other way around, I could have used the deposit only for blue violet and mixed it with 1/2 of the, in other words, it would have been 15 grams of 4BV deposit only and 15 grams of clear. And even though that would have made a 6BV, I would have had less of this blue violet that you see here, and it would have been a real soft ash, a true soft ash color. In here, this second one, in number 5, I mixed the blue violet and deposit only for gold. And it created a beige brown, which is exactly what you see, a beige brown. And in this one, I added green concentrate. So in this green concentrate, I added to deposit only 4N and 4N. And then I added the proper amount of green. Now at 10 grams, I think it's 10 grams at level 4. So that's what I added to this formula. And in this one, what I've done is I've mixed together and I've added green to a gold, an all gold formula. And lo and behold, it created a beige brown. And here is an soft ash brown. Got it? An ash brown, excuse me. Okay, now let's go on to this one. And here what I did was I added together equal parts of, in this case, it's 4N and 4RO, deposit only 4RO. And in this case, I used 4 gold and deposit 4RN, 4RO. And look at the difference between these two. This one is more red-orange appearance. This one is a softer, cooler red-orange because I mixed it with neutral. Remember that if you want brighter colors, you always mix red oranges with golds, not with neutrals. Oh, Sharon said she loves the blue, violet, and gold swatch. Let me go back. Let me see which one it was. Whoops. Blue, violet, and gold. This one. Okay, cool. Good for you. Let me go back. Oh, there's the red orange ones. Now I'm going to show you using dark blonde colors. And when you use a dark blonde with salt and pepper medium brown, this means you're getting a blend, not a complete coverage. And it's because you're using a blonde shade. So now let's take a look at the first swatch. And here, what you can see is this is neutral, 6N plus deposit only 6N. And this is gold, deposit gold plus deposit only gold. 6G, and you can see this one is cooler, this one is warmer, but look what happens when, oops, it's a little out of focus there. When you mix the two of them together, the neutral and the gold, and once again, it makes no difference which one is neutral, which one is permanent, which one is deposit only, they still come out the same. And you can see that what I've done here is I've created a warm version. It's neutral and warm together. Here, what I've done is I've mixed the blue violet and level 6 blue violet and deposit only 6N. Here I've mixed 6 blue violet permanent and deposit only 6G. And look at the difference between these two. Because I used so much, remember I used more than I anticipated. And so if I wanted to use just a smaller amount, I would have decreased it by mixing the blue violet with clear. In this case, I could have taken the 4BV and mixed it with 6B with clear in equal parts deposit only, and then switch these to permanent color. It would have still come out very similar, not exactly the same, but because I'm using less gold and I have, in this case, it's a spectacular dark golden beige blonde, and in this case, it is a neutral and beige mixed together, or a dark tobacco and blonde. And in this case, I added green concentrate. So now look what happened between the gold, and this time I'm using gold and then I'm using neutral. But look at what I've created here by mixing and by adding green to the all gold formula and adding green to the neutral formula. In this case, I created a dark ash, soft ash blonde, and in this case, I created a beige blonde. All right. Alexander said, which volume? Every single swatch that you see, Alexander, has been mixed with 20 volume, and I would use 20 volume. I would never go drop it down because that will give me much less lightning and much darker color in everywhere. Luke said he loves the blue violet and 6N swatch. Good. Luke is Canadian, by the way. Remember what I said about Canadians loving blue, violet, and neutral? There's something, I don't know why. And in this case, what I've done is I've mixed 6 red-orange with neutral in equal parts, deposit 6N and deposit 6G. And you can see that what we've done here is, oh, wait a minute. I have these reversed. I have these swatches reversed because this one is redder in appearance, and so this is the gold combination, and this is the neutral. Oh wow! I have to fix this. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to fix it right now. Hold on, everybody. I'm going to fix it right now. Escape. Let me fix this. Let me put this to here. Let me put this to here. And let me put this up here. There we go. Now it's fixed. Let me go back to this. Okay, now they're correct. This is the red orange. This is the neutral. This is brighter red. This is oh, you know, guys, I'm crazy. I have lost control of all of my senses. It is correct. They were correct. Oh, and the reason that they were correct is if you look at these carefully, what happens when you mix neutral and red orange together? You get a slightly more violety appearance in the red orange, and that's what you have here. Yeah, I'm sorry, I totally screwed this up. Remember when I said I'm crazy? 6RO and 6N produces a tan color. 6RO. Oh yeah, you could call this. Which one are you calling tan? Number 38 or number 39, Luke? Because to me, this one looks more tan, 39, even though I screwed these up constantly. Let me see. Let me go back here. Let me go to the next one. Now I'm going to use light blonde colors, which means for those of us that are Chromastics users, okay, Luke said it was number 38. Let me go back. Whoops. There it is. It was 38. Okay. Luke is calling this a tan color. Okay, I'm just going to accept that. As a matter of fact, I'll probably, that's what I'll start calling all of these colors now, is whenever I mix neutral and red orange together, I'll start calling it tan. Okay, let me make a note for myself. Neutral plus RO. Okay. Let me move here. Now I'm going to use light blonde colors. And here's the first swatch, set of swatches that you see. And what I've done here is I've mixed first 8N and 8, deposit only 8N. And now it's blending. And why is it blending? Because I'm 3, 4, how many, 4, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 5 levels lighter. In this case, it looks warmer all over, but yes, it should, because you put a gold on top of not only the white hair, but also on top of the brown hair. And in this case, I mixed the two of them together, and the result, once again, it is what it is. Okay. Now, in this case, I've mixed together neutral and 8RO, 8 neutral and deposit only 8RO. Is this, Luke, to you specifically, is number 17 what you would call a light blonde, or excuse me, a light tan blonde? Because that's what I'm assuming it's going to be called. And here, what I've done is I've mixed 8G. And once again, this looks a little bit warmer, but remember, I put the 8G and 8RO on top of everything. In this case, it's 8N and 8 blue violet. And in this case, it's 8G and 8 blue violet. This one made a beige color. This one made a very, very soft ashy color. Oh, okay. So number 17, and I just got a message from Luke, and it said he's calling this a light tan beige, and that's excellent. I love it. From now on, I'm going to call whenever I mix red oranges and neutrals together, I'm going to call them tan colors. Okay, moving on. And in this case, what I've done is I've mixed neutral and golds, both of them equal proportions. And then I added green concentrate. And because it's a level 8, that means I think level 8 is 2 grams of green concentrate. So that's what I added to both of these. And once again, it is what you see. And in this case, what I mixed together was neutral and gold permanent with deposit only 8 golden beige. Now, I think 8 golden beige is a spectacular glaze for brown hair, but you have to decide what you want to do with it. And then here, this last one is I'm going to show you using lightest blonde colors. Now, for me, this is level 10. Now, I do not recommend using lightest blonde colors, and the reason will become pretty evident now. Look here. Look at the neutral, the gold, and the combination of them. All three of these look warmer in the salt and pepper, and you would expect it because first of all, you've coated the hair with in this case neutral, this case gold, in this case neutral and gold. But what you've done is you've also lightened the hair a half a level, but there's not enough oomph in a level 10 color to give you any additive to it. So consequently, what you're seeing is a slightly lighter version. And remember, this is what I started with. And look at the salt and pepper swatch and compare it to all three of these salt and pepper swatches. They all look a little bit gold. I do not recommend that you use level 10 color when doing a combination. Here, what I've done is I've mixed together blue violet and gold, and here I've mixed neutral and blue violet. And you can see once again, even though it's a little bit cooler, the only one that appears cooler than all the rest is the one when you added green to the neutral and made a very, very soft ash color, but and it blended and it got rid of a little bit of the warmth, but not a lot of it. And it is. There it is, okay? And then in this case, what I did was I mixed together neutral and golden beige. And even though it's level 10 color, the only one that shows up is the gold version, not the neutral version. And it makes everything look too, well, I think it's a little bit too warm. And unless somebody wants to have slightly strawberry hair, I recommend staying away from it. In this case, it's neutral. In this case, it's gold, once again out of focus, mixed with 10 RO, deposit only 10 RO. And for what I think is obvious reasons, don't use level 10 color when mixing up a super glaze. That's my only recommendation. Last but not least, becoming a master colorist, which is, of course, my latest book. It's available in the US, going to tomdispenza.com. Outside the US, you have to go to amazon.com. It's the same price, either place.